What's going on, everybody? So Danny here. I wanted to go over a few stocks that are on my watch list that I've been looking at and that I think are going to have major potential if these what we do talk about in today's video happen. All right, so let's go over Facebook. Facebook, we actually traded today as a swing. It had the same setup as, let me see. It had the same kind of setup as Google on Friday, so I decided to take a swing at it, and it came up, touched its resistance, and pulled back. We actually sold around here, so that was a pretty good trade. And I think that in the upcoming days, if the market does rally again, I think that if we see a push above 368, we're gonna rally hard, possibly towards its highs. If we go over here, we'll look. I think we have room to 375 if it does break this level with power and the markets are rallying. I think that we do have potential to hit around 375. If you notice, the reason why I say this is because we're trading at a resistance, and actually, did it close above it? It closed right at the resistance level. So if it does decide to bounce and break that, I think 368 is going to be a very good entry, considering that it hit it today. Kind of faked out from it, but we could just play the break of today's highs, and if it does have power and the markets are rallying, I think we see 375 pretty easily. All right. This is something that I think should definitely be on your watch list. Another thing that could happen is that since futures are down, right? Futures are down just a little bit. It's not really enough to make a major difference. Let's look at the tech futures. Tech futures are up, and Facebook is tech, right? So there's a very high probability that this will actually come and rally. But we'll see what happens. Again, it's high resistance, so it could always reject and come back down. All right. Next stock that I have for you guys on watch list is Fedex. Okay. Now, just like we talked about with Amazon on Sunday, Amazon was at a support, and when it has a major support that it comes off of, it tends to bounce hard. All right. And if it bounces hard, for Fedex, it's kind of like the same thing. Fedex is at support, so I'm going to take a little bit of a trade on calls just because it's at a support level. Now, if it breaks the support, it does have room to go. Obviously, a lot lower, maybe 256, and then there's another support at around 242. But right now, we have a support at around 265. Right? We could see that this support, it hit it right now. It's kind of consolidating at that level. It hit it right here at this level. It turned into a resistance here, kind of bounced here. Again, it came up, rejected 265 right here. So I would consider this level right here that we're currently at it could be a bounce point. So if I'm gonna trade Fedex, I'm gonna be looking at calls, obviously. And I'll probably just to be safe, not trade this week calls. I'll probably trade the September 3rd calls, and let's decide what kind of calls that I would choose. What's the expected move? Almost $10 is the expected move. So if you have a smaller account, I'd probably go for the 280 calls if you have a smaller account, since they're pretty cheap. For regular account sizes, I'd probably go for 275 calls, and maybe sell if they go in the money. So we are at a support level for Fedex. Fedex is obviously a great company. They have solid fundamentals. And if this does hold its support, I think we're likely to bounce. Next one is Square. So we took a trade on Square today, and I'll tell you why we took the trade. So obviously, you know, Square is overall a very strong stock. It's a good stock to trade pretty much in any market condition, because if you play it on the put side, you're going to bank a lot because of the volatility on these contracts. You can make a lot of money or you can lose a lot of money. Now with the market being overall bullish, I do think Square has potential to come back up, just because it's been a great stock, and every time it rallies, it likes to rally hard. So we did get into a day trade on it, right? And I'll show you why. Okay, so we have a support on Square at around 269.50, right? And we got in around here, so it was holding a support. We got in. It started trading above the EMA. I thought that we were definitely going to come back up towards its highs, probably break its highs, which we did. We did break the highs, but it couldn't hold, so we rejected. Now we are turning this into a swing just because, you know, it held its support for today at 269.50. So we're gonna see what happens tomorrow. But, you know, obviously if this does break through with power over here, I think we have major room and for Square and for our contracts to profit a lot, right? If we break this to this level, I think we have room all the way up to 280. You know, Square could easily move that much in a single day. And after 280, we could possibly go to 285. So Square is another thing on my watch list. If it does break 269.50, then our plan will probably not be in effect anymore. We'll see if it does like to close, if it wants to close below 269.50, what it does at that level. But, you know, for the most part, for now, I'm pretty bullish on Square. I'm pretty bullish on Facebook, and I'm pretty bullish on Fedex. Obviously, overall, it's going to depend on what the overall market does. But if the market wants to continue what it's doing, I don't see any reason why these plays can't work out. So I hope you guys use this watch list to your advantage. Use it for tomorrow and the rest of the week. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.